Hello guys, I hope you've been well. So there are stories in Genesis. Those stories tells us that sin only drives man away from God, from the presence of God. So when Adam and Eve fell into sin, when they ate the fruit, they used to live in the garden that God prepared for them. And that was the place where they met God every evening. They commune with God, right? But when they fell into sin, when they ate the fruit, they were kicked out of the garden. So they no longer had that place of communion where they could commune with God. So they moved out of the garden, but they stayed in Eden. So we see Abel and Cain comes again, right? Because of sacrifice, when God did not accept Cain's sacrifice, because he offered what he wanted, not what God required of him. So because of it, God did not look with favor on his sacrifice. But God still gave him opportunity like, hey, if you did right, you have been accepted. You didn't do right. That's the reason why. So God was gonna giving Cain the opportunity to offer a sacrifice that he would do, and then he would be accepted. However, Cain decided to not do it, so he killed Abel. So after Cain killed Abel, he was also driven from the presence of God. So because in Genesis chapter 4, we see that uh, Cain said to God that his punishment was great because he would no longer be in the presence of God. So he left Eden and he traveled to Nod in the east of Eden. So actually, Eden was like the place where God has his provision, like where God was watching man, because it wasn't any longer in the garden, but it was not outside of the garden. So when Cain sinned also, he was kicked out of Eden, so he left the presence of God. So that's why he was worried that when somebody finds him, they will kill him because he wasn't under the watch of God anymore. He wasn't under the supervision of God. So that's why he was worried. So God was like, no, I won't let anyone kill you. I'm going to put a mark on you. So when they see you, they won't think like, oh, this person is an outcast. Let's get rid of him, right? So because of it, God put a mark on Cain, so he wouldn't be killed by anyone who find him. So sin kind of drives people away from God, and we see that in the time of Noah. So because of sin again, man was is completely driven again from the presence of God. So we see the flood wipe up everything, even everything of